Hello, I'm Ken Pierce, and today I'd like to offer you another tool that I think you will find useful in your life. And it's about communication. And in a sense, the fundamental reason for all communication is to achieve cooperation, to get somebody else to cooperate with you. That's what it's about. And there's really only three ways that people can communicate. There's caring communication, careful communication, and careless communication. Now they all sound similar, but they're actually all very different. And what I'm going to do is explain each one to you, and then I'm going to provide you with an example of two people, hypothetical people, Mary and Joe. Let's first start with careless communication. Careless communication is also called self-righteousness. In other words, it's when we communicate with someone and we say to them, my values are right for me and yours are wrong. We'll do it my way or the highway. That kind of approach. That's called self-righteousness, and what it does unconsciously and sometimes consciously, the other person shuts down because they feel disrespected. The second kind of communication is careful communication. Careful communication is where you say to the other person, my values are not as good as yours. Yours are the right ones. We're going to follow yours. Yes, yours are right. That's called careful communication. It's also called walking on eggshells. It's also called self-righteousness, which isn't even a word really, but we're trying to build a vocabulary. Language is a growing science, so we just created a new word. So self-righteousness or careful communication also doesn't work because it creates a differential of power, perceived power, which means that in a sense, if we use careful communication, we are victimizing ourselves. The third kind of communication is caring communication. Caring communication is based on the principle of respect, where you are saying to someone, my values are right for me, and your values are right for you. So because I want to get you to cooperate with me, I'm going to put my values inside yours so that you feel respected and I feel respected and we can achieve what we want to achieve. That's what this is about. So the journey becomes, in a sense, showing people that they're okay just who they are, that their values are okay. They're not the same as yours, of course, because you're a different person, different life experiences. But in communication, it's critical that the person feels respected and therefore valued. Now let me give you some examples using Joe and Mary. Now, let's take a family example first. Let's say Joe and Mary are a couple, and they are married for a number of years. And her value system really focuses on the home, the kids, work of course, but to a lesser degree. Well, Joe is kind of focused on his work, of course, and sports and carpentry or tools, that kind of stuff. They're kind of, the stereotypical couple. They probably don't really exist, but we're going to use them anyways as a learning tool. Now, imagine that Mary's reading the morning paper, and Joe's making coffee across the kitchen. And Mary notices that there's a sale, another Sears sale. They have them every week anyway, so another Sears sale where there's something that she'd like to go and check out. She sees a sale in the children's shoe department, and she thinks her children need sneakers. Spring's here, needs sneakers. Now she wants to get Joe to come with her. Now Joe, he loves his kids, but doesn't have high value on buying stuff for the kids like clothes and food and that kind of stuff. But she wants him to come with her. So she's scanning this Sears flyer and going, oh, look at that. So if she was to use careless communication, she'd say something like this to Joe. Joe, I'm going to Sears, see you later. Kind of attitude, disrespect, indifference. If she was using careful communication, she might say, Joe, would you be able to take me to Sears to get some sneakers for the kids because, they really need them badly, and I know you're busy and all that, but I wish you'd just take an hour and take me to Sears for the sale. So she's depowering herself, and putting Joe's values in a sense higher than her own. If she's using caring communication, she might do this. She might say, Joe, I see there's a Sears sale on this week, 50% off in the shoe department and 50% off in the tool department. I need to check for sneakers for the kids. What do you say we go for half an hour and you can check out the tools because you were talking about you needed a drill or something. I understand the difference. She's honoring her own values, also honoring Joe's, and combining, putting hers inside Joe's so that they both get what they want, so that they both move forward in how they perceive their value system to be. It doesn't make Joe do anything, but it certainly encourages him to cooperate with her and go to the Sears sale. Does that make sense? That's caring communication. Joe feels respected and she feels self-respect. Now, let's go to a workplace situation. Let's say another Joe and Mary, but this time Mary is Joe's supervisor. And Mary has a new project. And she wants Joe to be part of this project because Joe's got certain skills that she needs for the project. But she knows Joe's working hard and he's probably not interested, but she wants to get his cooperation. If she uses careless communication, she'd have Joe come into her office, have him sit down and say, Joe, I'm assigning you to that project. It starts Monday. Here's your job. Talk to you later. Call boss management. Right. If she was using careful communication, she might say, Joe, I really need you badly for this project. And if you don't volunteer for this, and I don't want to make it, but if I have to make it, I will. But I really wanted you to volunteer. And she's, I need your financial management skills and blah blah blah. And so she's using careful communication. She's putting Joe above her. Make sense? If she wants to use caring communication, she'll say something like this: Joe, I've got a new project I'm responsible for, and it's a really important project, and I want to do a good job on it. Now, I know you're working hard. I know you got a lot on your plate, but this project needs your financial skills because you're good at that. And this project is so important to me that I want to ask you, you don't have to do it, but I want to ask you if you will make some time to be part of this project because I think we can make it a very successful one for the organization. That's caring communication. Now, I noticed when you use caring, she respects Joe's values. He's working hard and all that stuff, but he has skills she wants. He implies that she implies he's important to her and the project, but it also honors her that she's got a job to do, and she wants to do a good job. So in that way, she put her values inside Joe's, and everyone gets respected, gets valued, and it encourages Joe, actually quite strongly, I think, to be part of that project. That's caring communication. So take these ideas, play with it, explore it in your relationships. If you want more information, check my website. There's all kinds of information on using this tool in a variety of different forms. And if I can help, please contact me. I would love to hear from you. Thank you for listening.